Hi guys, Dave here. Thanks for tuning in again to DM Sports Performance. Today we're going to run through a hamstring and glute activation workout, one which is going to help hopefully get your glutes firing and build that hamstring strength. Okay, so it's real straightforward. We're just going to do 5 different exercises. They're going to be done in rounds of 40 seconds with 20 seconds rest. So what we'll do is I'll talk you through the exercise, talk you through what you should be feeling, and then if you pause the video, do the exercise for 40 seconds and then replay the video to find out what you're doing next. The first time it'll be a bit longer than 20 seconds rest, but then after the first round through you'll be able to go 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to start off with single leg good mornings. Okay, so good mornings is a hinge exercise, so I'll stand side on so that you can see. So we're hinging at the hips. Okay, so the hips are going backwards and the chest is going to lower towards the floor. Okay, to make it single leg, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to put one leg just behind, okay, and that's going to be there for balance. We're going to work this left leg, okay, so the leg closest to you. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep the knee as straight as possible with a wee bit of flex. Okay, that flex is going to accommodate the hips moving backwards. Okay, if I have a completely straight leg, my hips aren't going to go very far back. Okay, so a wee bit of flex at the knee will allow the hips to go a bit further back. Okay, I'm going to start with my hands behind my head, but it's up to you where you put your hands. You can have them on your shoulders, you can have them across your chest, or by your hips. Okay, but I'll put them up here just to keep them out of the way. So we start by hinging forward. Okay, the hips are going back, beginning to hinge forward. My chest is now getting closer to parallel with the floor, okay, and I'm feeling that stretch down the back of my hamstrings into my glutes. Might even feel it a wee bit in your calf as you go down. Okay, get to a point where that stretch is really good, and then stand back up, okay, by pushing the hips forward and raising the chest. Okay, let's do a few reps of that. So hips go back, chest goes down, and that stretch in my hamstrings, and then stand. Okay, you can make that stand a bit more explosive. Okay, slow, controlled on the way down, really thinking about that tension in the hamstrings and glutes, and then snap forward. Okay, right, I hope you got that. We're going to do 40 seconds on one side, and then do 20 seconds rest, and then 40 seconds on the other. It's exactly the same. Okay, pause the video now, go give it a go. Great, hope you enjoyed the single leg good mornings. And we're now going to look at another single leg exercise, single leg hip thrusts. Okay, so you need a mat or a towel, just something to make it a wee bit more comfortable on the ground. Okay, you're going to start by lying on your back. Again, you can put your hands wherever you want, down by your side, on your chest. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm going to put mine just down by my side. Okay, I'm going to take my feet so they're not too far away from my body. Okay, so there's quite a tight angle at the knee there. Okay, feet are flat on the ground, and then all I'm going to do is push my hips up. Okay, pushing my hips up, I'm squeezing my glutes and my hamstrings. Okay, and my toes are loose. Okay, so I'm not gripping through my toes, everything's going through my heels of my feet. Then all we're going to do is we're going to lift one leg up, okay, and then slowly lower back down. Okay, I'm not going to touch the ground with my body, okay, I'm going to come straight back up. Okay, so hover just above the ground and then push back up with the hips. Everything is driven through the hamstrings and the glutes here. Okay, so I'm dropping down nice and slow, then driving back up nice and quick. Okay, if you notice, I'm not lifting my shoulders up off the ground. My shoulders and upper back are staying planted on the ground. Okay, that's to support my body. I don't want to be supporting through my head or my neck. Okay, that's going to get really uncomfortable. I'll swap sides, show you what it looks like on the working side. Okay, so leg up, slowly lower down, and then push straight back up. Okay, constantly feeling tension in the hamstrings and the glutes. When you get to the top, give those glutes a really good squeeze. Lower back down, and back up. Okay, again, you should really be thinking about that tension in the hamstrings and glutes. The more you think about it, the more you're going to increase the tension, the more you're going to get out of the exercise. Okay, so again we're going to go 40 seconds each side. So 40 seconds on the left, then 40 seconds on the right, 20 seconds in between. Pause the video now, go give it a go. Great. Good work with that. Hope you felt the burn in the back of the hamstrings and the glutes, because you really should feel it after that. Next up, we're going to go into a marching glute bridge. Okay, so this is a bit more dynamic. It's going to activate the core just a wee bit more, and we're going to work both legs. Okay, so it's just one 40-second round this time. Again, assume the same position on your back. Okay, and we'll start off, we'll just put the hips up straight away. Okay, so I'm squeezing the glutes, squeezing the hamstrings, and I'm light in the toes. Okay, so everything's going through my heels. Even feeling the stretch in my quads at this point. Okay, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to lift one leg up, try to keep as much of a right angle at the knee as possible, bringing that knee towards the chest. And then back down. Nice and slow, and then the other side. Okay, the key here is to keep the hips up. Okay, don't let them drop just because you're lifting one leg. Okay, push the hips up so you're really squeezing your glutes and you're pulling one knee up towards you and then back down. Okay, so this is really going to engage the core. It's also going to really do a lot of stability work on that resting side. That's it, and just make sure you're really focusing on getting that tension in the hamstrings and glutes again. Okay, excellent. Give that one a try. So that's a marching glute bridge, 40 seconds, alternate legs. On you go. Pause the video. Great. How did we find that? Hope it was good. We're going to go on to Arabesque to high knee. So this time we're going 40 seconds on each leg again. I'll show you from side on because we're going to be hinging again. Okay, so we're starting off with an Arabesque. So we've done an Arabesque in previous videos, but if you've not watched any of those videos, don't worry, I'll talk you through it. Okay, so we start off by pushing one leg back, hinging forward. So much like that single leg good morning, but we're lifting that back leg now. Okay, chest is going towards the ground. Okay, I'm now feeling that stretch through the hamstrings, into my glutes, my calves are working, my ankles shaking. Okay, and then straight up into high knee, nice and fast. Okay, then back down. Okay, this part's really slow and controlled. Pause here, make sure you're feeling that tension in the hamstrings and glutes, and then straight back up. Okay, when you get up to here, make sure you're squeezing those glutes. Okay, that's going to give you much more support. Back down, okay, and then fire through. Okay, don't worry if you lose a balance and you have to step forward. Okay, then take a moment, reset, go again. If you're struggling for balance in the Arabesque, one thing you can do is you can go into a reverse lunge. So I'll show you it as a reverse lunge. Okay, so I'm stepping back, still feeling that tension there, so I'm still trying to put more of the weight into this front foot than I normally would in a lunge where I'd sit back. So I'm trying to still keep a bit more weight through here and then up. Okay, so you're still trying to keep more of the weight over this front foot, okay, and then springing forward into high knee. Okay, 40 seconds each side. Pause the video now, on you go. Great, done the Arabesque to high knee. Final exercise, we're going to reverse plank marches, okay? So this one's really going to challenge your core, okay? It's going to require some serious glute activation to keep your body nice and level. Okay, so, as it says, reverse plank, okay? So, you're assuming reverse plank position. So you're facing the ceiling, okay? Legs are nice and long, you're on your heels, pushing your hips up so you're creating a nice straight line with the body. Okay, hand placement, that's up to you. You can have them facing towards your feet, you can have them facing out. If you really want, you can have them facing away from the body, okay? I like to have mine just facing out, I find that most comfortable on my wrists. Okay, so up we go, squeezing them glutes, pulling the core in to keep the body nice and straight. Then all I'm doing is I'm lifting that knee up. Again, like a glute bridge march, just a bit more challenging, and then lowering back down. Okay, I'm really having to squeeze those glutes to keep my body up. And back up again, and down. So I'm alternating legs. Okay, what you'll really feel is you feel that in the quads, the hamstrings, you feel it in the calves as you're trying to sort of keep yourself stable on the floor. You're going to feel it in your arms, your shoulders, you're really going to feel it in your core, okay? give that a go. This is a bit more of an advanced move. If you want, don't worry about the march, just get used to being in that reverse plank. And know that this is a hamstring and glute sort of workout, but adding in a bit of core here is never going to hurt. Okay, so if you don't want to do that march, we're just going to activate a bit more of hamstring and glute movement, then just stick with the reverse plank. Okay, 40 seconds, on you go. Great, hope you enjoyed that reverse plank marches. They are tough, okay, they're meant to feel hard, so if you did struggle with them, don't worry. I struggle with them, I've not come across anyone that really actually enjoys them. Okay, but they're going to do absolute wonders for your core strength, hamstring, glute strength as well. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that workout. I would go again and do another 2-3 rounds of that, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, and that'll get your heart rate going a wee bit more. Great, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you again soon. Tune in at DM Sports Performance. Take care, happy trails.